May. Happy May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. And today we're going to learn how to embrace mental health with compassion, understanding, and education rather than judgment, stigmas, and even some myths and stereotypes that we may have in our minds about mental health. So as I mentioned, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't know when it started, but I love that they did this, whoever they is, right? That made May dedicated to mental health. You will see a lot of organizations, a lot of companies um, bring awareness by having a lot of events going on, fundraising. Definitely encourage you all to participate in something, because when we do that, it helps spread awareness, it helps break that stigma, and we're promoting mental health wellness. So we say mental health constantly, right? And we need to take away that negative stigma. We need to not think how people thought about mental health in the past. All it is it refers to a state of well-being in which an individual realizes their own abilities, they can cope with normal stressors of life, they work productively, and contribute to their community. So, mental health doesn't necessarily mean the absence of mental illness, and mental health doesn't necessarily mean mental illness. Mental health is mental health, physical health, emotional health, psychological, right? All of that is the same exact thing as mental health. As of 2022, 20% of adults in the US experience a mental illness in a given year. And approximately 50% of all Americans were diagnosed with a mental illness or disorder at some point in their lives. So at this point, we are all going to experience some type of mental health, mental illness crisis, disorder, and that's okay because it's very normal. Depression and anxiety is obviously the most common. It can happen at any age. Warning signs. So this is important to note and potentially look within if any of these things start to pop up, any of these signs or symptoms. I like to look at it as, okay, what are my warning signs if I start to feel really anxious? And then what can I do about it? Which is what we're going to talk about as well. Changes in mood, sadness, hopelessness, irritable, changes in behavior, insomnia, isolation, impulsivity, agitation, difficulty concentrating, and of course, the physical symptoms, the unexplained aches and pains, the fatigue. Those are some warning signs. Let's say you know your warning signs. You know that there is a genetic component within the family. You know that work is becoming more stressful lately, and then just life expectations in general, right? Coping ahead is really important. Putting together a plan is super helpful. And you can do it for anything, right? If you're going to a family party and setting boundaries is really difficult to do with some family members, putting together a coping ahead plan about things that you can say to set a boundary, maybe giving yourself a time limit to how long you stay at that party. Skills to become more mindful, maybe walking away or going to the bathroom, splashing some water in your face, right? That's a coping ahead plan. We're all in it together, right? In the end. So here are some resources. I did put my website on top, empoweredhealingtherapy.com. Resources, NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness. I think they're in different counties. But if you just go on their website, they have online support groups. They have a lot of resources that you can utilize. National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, Crisis Text Line, psychologytoday.com is very important and useful to find a therapist, and we need to use them. Thank you so much.